Are you ready for a couple of baseball picks for Wednesday, May 1st? You have come to the right place, my friend. After losing both 3 MLB picks on Monday, we stormed back by winning both 3 baseball wagers from yesterday. And we did it the comeback style. Indeed, the Marlins looked dead when trailing 5-0 in the bottom of the 9th inning. However, they stunned the Rockies via a 7-6 victory in extra innings. Yes! The other betting tip targeted the Phillies. They seem to be cruising after grabbing a 3-0 lead before digging themselves into a 5-3 hole. Thank God they scored a run in the 8th inning before capping the comeback with a 3-run 9th inning. Let's celebrate those wins by ringing my lucky lobster bell. That has brought us good success so far in the 2024 MLB campaign. By the way, would you mind if I took 30 seconds to tell you the story behind this lobster bell? I believe I told that story just once in the past, and I still get occasional comments from viewers saying they liked hearing how I got it. When I was a kid, my brother, my cousins and I used to play quite often in my grandparents' basement. We would play all kinds of games, like Floor is Lava. In that basement was this lobster bell, and somehow we found a way to incorporate it into our games. So when my grandparents died, we all went to their house to decide who would bring back each item home. Some people took furniture or cooking stuff. Among all the kids, we made a random draw to determine the draft order. I was lucky enough to get the first pick, and to me the decision was easy. I had to get the lobster bell because it brings so much good childhood memories to me. I know it looks silly, but I'm still happy to own it because it reminds me of my grandparents and the fun we had in their basement. Alright, let's get back to serious business. I'm going to start by making use of a betting system called the Snap Losing Streak number 2 that has posted a 7-4 record so far this year with average odds of -105 in American format or 1.95 in decimal. How has this betting angle performed during the past 10 years? Over my 19 MLB systems, I would argue that it ranks in the middle of the pack, which means I trust it, but I don't get overly excited when we have a play qualifying under its rules. Speaking of its rules, what are they exactly? I'm glad you asked. Here it goes. Suppose that we have a team playing at home today that won its previous match after losing at least 4 in a row. If their money line today is better than -200 in American format, which means it is higher than 1.50 in decimal odds, and if they are facing the same club again, then we must fade them. By the way, the moneyline criterion ensures we don't pick big favorites, because they have not proven to be lucrative bets under these conditions. Let's put our attention on the Padres for a moment. They will be playing in front of their home fans. Yesterday, they halted a 5-game losing skid by defeating the Reds 6-4. Now, since the Padres are indeed facing the same team and they are not established as big favorites, then according to the rules, we've got to bet against the Padres. For this reason, my first free MLB pick for today, Wednesday, May 1st, goes to the Cincinnati Reds to pull off the upset at Petco Park. I must admit I am not overly confident about this bet though. Despite his poor start to the 2024 season, I am pretty sure that Joe Musgrove will eventually find his groove and get back to his solid habits. After 3 straight seasons where his ERA hovered around 3, it is mind-boggling that through his first 7 starts, he owns an ugly 6.94 ERA. Some may argue we need to take advantage of the fact that he is reeling right now. But I cannot shake the feeling that it could be a get-right game for him, especially after allowing 7 runs to the Phillies in his last outing. So I am taking the Reds in this matchup, but I would go easy. After the break, let's reveal the second MLB pick for today. I have more faith in my second MLB pick. In fact, it represents one of my premium baseball picks for today, and I've decided to share it with you in this video. Without further ado, let me unveil it. In the Phillies vs Angels game, I am betting no runs to be scored in the first inning. The best available line at the time I made this video was -115, or 1.87 in decimal, with FanDuel, Bet365, Mezosier, and BetOnline. According to my mathematical model, this bet holds a 55.7% chance of winning. In terms of odds, that means it is a good bet at odds of -126 or better. If you are more familiar with decimal odds, I am suggesting to take it if the odds are 1.79 or higher. On one side, we have Zach Wheeler taking the mound. Claiming that he is off to a good start would be an understatement. He has posted a tiny 1.93 ERA while striking out 46 batters in 37 innings. Moreover, he is red hot right now because he has tossed 13 1/3 scoreless innings in a row. Plus, he is facing an average offense, so I'm confident he can shut them down in the initial frame. That being said, who gets the nod for the Angels? The answer is Patrick Sandoval. He is obviously my biggest source of concern regarding this bet. Obviously, his 6.33 ERA and 1.78 whip stat are not reassuring. Despite the ugly numbers, you might be surprised to hear that he has shut out his opponent in the first inning of 4 of his 6 starts this season. The Phillies will be on the road for a 10th straight day, so could fatigue come into play? I hope so. Subscribe to this YouTube channel because we are the Bookie Crushers. I'm Professor MJ, and my sincerest wish is to grow the bankroll of each of you. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you.